we go. Let's go. Right, we're approaching a tunnel. Should put the window down, foot down. Yeah, there's no tunnel fun in an electric car. This is why I've still got the C43 basically. I can just never commit to just an electric car right now. Hi guys, welcome back to another video. I'm on a roll here. If you haven't seen already, my previous video, just giving a little update on what's going on with my C43. That's now been wrapped, a very special colour, or what I think is a very special colour, so do go ahead and check that video out. In that video I did mention that, yeah, the Model 3 is going. I've not even really done much content with the Model 3, but it's been a very quick, 1.5 years, just over 1.5 years, and a lot of miles actually as well. I think I've put on in 1.5 years, I don't even know how to check actually. The menu on this just keeps changing with every update, but it's somewhere around 25,000 miles. Let's have a look. Just wait, this car's too techie for me. Oh, what colour's that? That's a very champagne looking G63. Not seen that. Normally they're always in matte black, satin black, that sort of thing. Anyways, we're talking about electric cars, saving the planet and whatnot. So yeah, about 25,000 miles in this car compared to probably like 8,000 in my C43 in the last year or so. So I do a lot of mileage in this car, but I just don't really show much of it. And the reason for that is it's basically a bit of a workhorse. This car is effectively what, 10 years ago the BMW 320d was to kind of everyone. It was a workhorse that just did everything well. Good all-round car, and this is what this is used for. Use it a lot for work, just day-to-day kind of driving. If this is the car that I want to just fill it to the brim with crap and take it to the skip or whatnot, absolutely fine. I wouldn't dare use my C43 for that. It's effectively the Monday to Friday 9 to 5 car. And it has been a love-hate relationship with this. There's a lot that annoys me about just Tesla in general, particularly this Model 3. If you've been following the channel, you've seen snippets of this frustration. But overall, for me and the kind of use that I do with it, this is still the best electric car in the UK if you do the mileage. And the biggest reason for that is the supercharging network. They're absolutely, the Tesla superchargers, they're absolutely everywhere. You know exactly how many are available, and you know if they work or not. Whereas with all the other chargers, so if you had anything other than a Tesla, you're playing Russian roulette, whether you can charge it or not. Doing long trips, 200 miles, you don't really want to mess around with that. Right, we're approaching a tunnel. Should put the window down, foot down. Yeah, there's no tunnel fun in an electric car. This is why I've still got the C43 basically. I can just never commit to just an electric car right now. Anyway, back to the point. Why is this car going? A bit of a backstory. So, this car's 18 months old, and back then, the price of this, so this is the Tesla Model 3 all-wheel drive kind of long range. It's not the performance, it's the one in the middle. Back then, off the top of my head, I think it was like £48,000 list. If you try and buy one of these now, exact same spec, and you get everything the same, there's nothing different, all the options and everything like that still the same, it's almost £10,000 more. So the list of this exact car is 57 something. And the part exchange value, we've not done anything crazy. If I wanted to go out of my way and try and sell the car privately, it'd be more hassle, but I get more money, but I just can't bother with it. At the time of ordering the Model Y, which is what this car is being replaced with, I think it was a locked-in value of 44, mid-40s, something like that. So effectively done 25,000 miles near enough free. And in the first 12 months of owning this car, for whatever reason, there was free supercharging for 12 months. So not even, there's no fuel cost or anything like that. It's only recently in the last 6-7 months that I've been paying for supercharging, and supercharging slowly getting more and more expensive per kilowatt. It's been like a financial no-brainer. It's cost literally absolutely nothing to run, and I've got so much value out of it. So the reason for getting the Model Y, the Model 3 and the Model Y are both the same price near enough. I think there's a £500 difference as of speaking right now. The thing with Mr. Musk, he just keeps changing the prices. Literally every week something changes. But as of this video right now, this second, there's a £500 difference between the Model 3 long range and the Model Y long range. So there's no rear wheel drive version only of the Model Y, whereas there is of the Model 3, and that's like a good £7,000-8,000 cheaper, which the difference in range actually isn't that much. So, like, for the sake of, you lose some performance, but £8,000 is £8,000. But yeah, swapping the Model Y, they're effectively the same car. All of this, what you see inside, absolutely the same. Nothing's really that different. It's kind of you're just getting more car for the money, I suppose, because Model Y, it's bigger in every dimension, wider, taller, a little bit longer, so you get the extra space. And if you want to shove loads of people in the back with plenty of room either side and not in each other's breathing space, then yeah, Model Y. I'm on the short side anyway, so I don't really care about kind of headspace, but you've got a tall family, you'll appreciate the extra headroom in the back in the Model Y. The boot space is obviously a lot larger. Both these cars, you've got a frunk where you can literally fit those, what do you call them, those carry-on luggage cases. So it's a decent size. I think in the Model Y it's slightly bigger still. For work, I'm an architect, I'm sometimes filling the car with a lot of stuff, travelling about. The extra space is appreciated. If you've got a young family, you want to chuck in car seats in the back, I imagine you can put your car seats and still have room for normal sized human beings next to you. You'll appreciate the extra few inches of width that you get in the Model Y. And you know what? I don't think I'm the only person thinking like this. There are a lot of people that are actually trading their Model 3s in for the Model Y, because just in the real world it kind of just makes a bit more sense as a car, for the day-to-day practicalities of things. Yes, you're going to lose a little bit of range, a little bit of performance, because the Model Y, it's a bigger, heavier car, but you're not buying those cars for that reason. I'm perving on cars. It's always a horrible day when I record. It's alright, when the weather's nice, that's when I'm saving the good stuff, Ferraris and whatnot, so do stay tuned. Swapping this car out, would there be any other equivalent to get for myself? I personally don't think so. I'm very familiar with kind of the Tesla ecosystem now. My dad drives a Model S, which I've driven a fair amount as well. Then obviously had the Model 3 for a year and a half. Everything, you become very familiar with things. So same with my C43. I couldn't really deviate from Mercedes now. It's a bit like whatever phone you use. I'm an iPhone user. There are a lot of things that pee me off about iPhones, but I'd stick to them. And it's the same way, with Tesla. There's a lot of things that pee me off about this Model 3. I was hoping in the Model Y they'd put a head-up display, because this really annoys me that there's nothing in front of you. You have to kind of keep looking down at that. But come on, Mr. Musk, I've ranted about it. So it's in all the Tesla videos, literally every single Model 3 video I've probably mentioned it. So please do something about it. When's this Model Y arriving? So it should have actually arrived some point this month, but it keeps getting pushed back. Car deliveries just as a whole is a bit of a mess at the minute, as you know. The Tesla stuff is even more of a mess, because everyone wants one now. Now that fuel is obviously so expensive and whatnot, and I think we're realizing that petrol really isn't the way to go now. Getting hold of these is really, really hard. So I think they've now said it's anywhere between August and September I'm not very hopeful that it's August. I'm thinking early September. You know, if you try and order one now, I think on the website it says, you know, January, February. That is a load of nonsense. It'll be, you know, middle of the year kind of thing. If that, probably be longer than that. They just can't get the Model Ys into the country quick enough. There's just such a high demand for them just all around the world. But there you go, guys, a quick little update on kind of what's happening with this car, where it's going, what it's been replaced with, and yeah, just keeping you up to date with what's going on in the garage. I understand the weather's really crappy right now, so the more exciting stuff, I'm waiting for the weather to get a little bit better, and then yeah, so some exciting stuff to come. As always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.